Hey everybody, XEI here. It's October. Here's a channel update, and I'm going to start with Dragon Age 2 right off the bat because that's the one that's front of mind. It's pretty close to endgame at this point. I was hoping to get the whole thing recorded before October started. I'm so close. But I'm basically about to start the Legacy DLC, and then as far as I know, I'm going to set off endgames. For all intents and purposes, I'm thinking by next weekend, Dragon Age 2 is off the list, at least as far as I'm from a playing perspective. So here's the thing. So a few months back, I've been talking about this for a while, the idea of playing two long-form games in parallel, and so I tried to do it with Dragon Age 2 and Mass Effect 2, and I sort of pulled it off. I mean, some life stuff threw me off, but to be fair, I tried it now. I might not want to do it going forward. I think there was enough strange planning I had to do in order to pull off doing two games in parallel that it made me struggle a little bit. And I think that sometimes, in particular, Mass Effect 2 was the one that took the brunt of the damage because I'm so embedded and immersed inside Dragon Age 2 because of just how much lore I've now absorbed, that that always got the priority. So if something had to fall off the table, it had to be Mass Effect 2, and it's early enough in the game where I don't think it really matters right now, but that's the way things played out, and I do feel sort of bad about it because I want to give Mass Effect 2 just as much attention. So I'm gonna roll back on that. I mean, sometimes I might have a longer game, but I don't want to play two deeply immersive games at the same time. But that said, though, there are three games I have to talk about that are coming to the channel. Some pretty much immediately, some very, very soon, and some in the near future. So, one. So, one very, very soon game. It is a long-form game, but it's going to be recorded in a more controlled space. It's going to be a bi-weekly multiplayer game that I'll be doing with a couple other YouTubers for Borderlands, the entire series. So we're talking Borderlands, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands pre-sequel. So it's going to be a long journey for this one, but it's finally going to happen. I've been looking forward to playing these games so much, and so it's now on the table. It starts tomorrow. Recording starts tomorrow. Angel Arts is the one who's organizing the group of people, and he'll be recording it for his channel. I'm going to attempt to record it for this channel as well, just to get my perspective in the game. If I don't end up doing one on my side, I will be sure to include the playlist onto this channel so that you have easy access to the episodes as they get released on Angel Arts' channel. And talking about Angel Arts, if you haven't been checking out the Pokemon tabletop RPG game that he's running over on his channel, where I'm playing a character with 4 other great players, it's predominantly RP and it's a lot of fun. We all play a character and we play a Pokemon. The storyline is just reaching a point where things are about to start getting crazy. And when I say Pokemon, it's not Pokemon as you understand the card game or as you understand the cartoons. This is, or the manga. This is Pokemon as an alt universe. It deals with like issues that if you were to take Pokemon and put them in a real world, what are the kind of things that might come up? And anyways, it's been a lot of fun exploring that world from a person who has never played Pokemon. The lore of the world itself is quite captivating, and it's going to start going into the last half of the season. And there's a lot of hours there that if you're looking for a heavy story, high RP sort of experience, I highly recommend it. We're talking about each session is about 4 to 5 hours long. Angel Arts splits them up in 4 episodes, and they have supporting vlogs with them. So if you're looking for time to kill, you're looking for something to check out, go over to that channel and check it out. I'll also put a link down below for you to do the jump if you want to check it out. Anyways, second game, soon one, is BioShock. I'm going to be doing BioShock Remastered this month. I'm half tempted to at least start it today, in particular to work out any technical kinks, just to get 1 or 2 episodes in, maybe even just 1. But I feel like when I record it, then I commit myself to it, and then I have to do it. So that one's on the books for October. I'm going to commit to that one. And then the third one, which is near, which I've talked about in the last vlog, is Witcher 1. I do want to start Witcher 1. I'm thinking maybe by the end of October is when I'll start Witcher 1, only because I want to give Mass Effect 2 some deep commitment for at least the next 2-3 weeks, where I can get just a steady stream of 4 or 5 episodes a week released, just so I can get really invested in that game and just make that the priority so that it stays healthy on the channel. And if I feel like I'm I'm overloaded between the Mass Effect and eventually the Bioshock. Borderlands I don't think is going to be too problematic because it's bi-weekly, but in any case I will push that one into November, but Witcher 1 into November. So where does that leave Dragon Age Inquisition? Because I know a lot of you want it to happen sooner than later. I want it to happen sooner than later. But hear me out. I have these things I have to get through, and I have a reading order. I have a chronology list somewhere where I've done my research. I know what comes when and whatnot, so I'm not going to spoil myself. But I am in a scenario where I want to absorb that lore before Inquisition. If it's going to be the last game of the trilogy and there's all this supporting content that's come with it, I want to absorb this content. So between these 3 novels, between some of the trades that I have that happened before Inquisition, I want to have all that in here before I start Inquisition. I want to do something like a Let's Play for novels. I talked about this in my last vlog. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to be able to have the same sort of experience where I will be reading the novels in chunks, and I'll define that when I get started and find out how that's going to work. But I want to be able to read something and then have a quick share session where I basically just do an info dump of the parts that I've read. For those of you who have read the books, you'll be able to follow along and you'll have that blind reaction as I read the book. I don't want to be doing just book reviews, and I don't want that. I'm not interested. I want to have that interaction experience along the way, and I want to be able to share that experience of the share books with friends, and then you can wait to get in touch with that friend so that you can hear like what they thought of that part. Like, where are you now? Like, what section did you get to? What are you thinking about this? And having that exchange while someone's reading the book, I love the feeling of that. And so I can't find anything on YouTube like this, so I'm going to attempt it. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. That might be 2 months worth of stuff, right? Like Inquisition at this point might only come in December, but I'll see. I might not even be able to control myself. Inquisition might come in November. I don't know. You'll hear about it in the November update, I'm sure. But I'm going to commit. October is Inquisition free month. I've got other stuff I want to get off the plate. There's Wolf Among Us. It needs to get done, and there's 3 chapters left to play. I just want to get that done. So Wolf Among Us, and then the smaller games, it looks like I'm doing quite a bit on the channel, but there's a lot of stuff that's hitting the channel right now that was actually recorded in August. Infested Planet is all recorded. It's 34 episodes or something like that. The multiplayer Dig or Die with Silent Deviant, that was recorded across 2 sessions, so it's not too heavyweight. And I do want to get other indie games on the channel. As you've seen with the last one that got released, I want to do a couple of those. If I could do one a week, I would love to do that, one every Sunday. But I'm just overloaded right now with just the long form games. It's crazy. I thought this would be easier to manage and pull off, but I do have a full-time job, and I have family that just, like, birthday events and things happen from like early August until December. It's almost like a bi-weekly thing that I have to be at, and it kills me. I use Saturday and Sunday to record the heavier games, and when I lose Saturday and Sunday in some cases, my whole week is up for grabs. So, and to talk a little bit about where the book stuff is going to move to, the reason why I'm thinking of moving it off this channel, even though I believe in a past vlog I mentioned it would still stay on this channel, is because I really don't want to keep this channel. The more like time that passes after making the decision of splitting content, even though there wasn't a lot, but in my head there's a lot I want to do, and I'm still struggling with how to separate those 2 things. Book stuff is going to also move to that other channel. I will talk about it here though, and then I will make it easy for people to get over there and see that content, so that you're only going there for the stuff you want. You know, I'm not asking for subscribes or anything like that on across both channels. Do whatever you feel like doing, but I do want to split content that way, so that channel just carries the non-gaming stuff. I know it's gaming related, but then it gets me thinking like, yeah, but if I do it for these books and I figure out some routine of that's kind of fun to do, man, I have a whole shelf to the left of me here filled with novels that I haven't read. And if this can be that catalyst, just like gaming, where the gaming was about, like, if I bring gaming to the channel, then it gets me to game more, and I get to find time to do it because I'm sharing it with the community and all that stuff. I feel like if I find a way to do the books again, I can get reading back in my life, and I can make something of it on a YouTube channel. So that's the reason why I want to split it. I just want to have a place to experiment and have that off this channel, where the channel is getting a flow of people that are here just for gaming. I want to respect that. So the other channel, if you go there, you're going to get a smorgasbord. You're going to get whatever the hell I put on there. That's what you have agreed to. That's going to be the mission statement up front. That's what you're agreeing to. But the gaming channel is going to be about gaming. Cool. I'm going to wrap this up here. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, folks. I'll catch you around next time. Peace.